the full implementation of the EU Pact on migration and asylum. This very issue is the European Union's top priority for the coming year. The President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said in a letter to member state leaders. The European Commission considers this a key priority and stresses that achieving readiness requires maintaining the current pace of work to build a solid migration management system. The pact is scheduled to take effect in June 2026. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk has announced that Poland will not accept migrants. Poland will not implement the Migration Pact in a way that would result in any additional migrant quotas in Poland. However, Polish MEPs are not the only ones indicating that Poland will have to accept migrants. We are talking about EU law, not just goodwill. We must abide by these laws that will apply to everyone. We have full respect for the fact that Poles have helped millions of Ukrainians fleeing Putin's Russian aggression. But that cannot be an excuse for the laws we are making. And they sound clear. If there is migratory pressure in a country, then other countries must behave in solidarity. I work in the committee that deals with migration, and I know from conversations with the commissioner that as early as October, the committee will indicate what number of migrants each country will have to accept. The alternative in the Migration Pact is a fee, 20,000 euros for every migrant who is not accepted. This amount, however, could increase over time. There is a whole package of lies, insinuations, and overinterpretations here, including the one that Donald Tusk once announced, that we would make money from migrants. Perhaps this is what politicians in the current ruling camp hoped. While in opposition, they demanded that migrants storming the Polish-Belarusian border be allowed in. Some, like Iwona Hartwich, with absolutely no hesitation. Let these people into Poland at last. Who they are will be determined later. The fact that it is worthwhile to determine who the migrants are has often been seen by residents of Germany, France, or Sweden. Shootings, gang wars, or the ramming of people by non-European drivers regularly occur on the streets of these countries. In most cases, these are young men, physically fit, experienced in various types of warfare or partisan, terrorist activities, and excellent in the use of various types of weapons. They range from heavy weapons to light ones, knives, and even machetes. That's why Germany has decided to send illegal migrants back to Poland. Some of them are being transported to one of the immigration centers in Eisenhüttenstadt, just across the Polish-German border. Poland, however, will not reinstate controls. There is no such need, neither technically nor in terms of intelligence, nor when it comes to migrant movement. The Eisenhüttenstadt Center has been operating for years, and whatever they do there, I personally, as Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs and Administration, am completely uninterested in it. The government should immediately reinstate controls on the Polish-German border. There are clear signs that illegal immigrants are coming into Poland from Germany. It is the government's duty to guard the Polish borders. Allowing large-scale illegal migrants into Poland could affect more than just the country's security. This could simply lead to the economic destabilization of Poland, because Poland, as a hitherto safe country, will cease to be an attractive place for those who would like to invest or just live here peacefully. Under such conditions, it is not the economy, but human trafficking that can flourish. According to Europol, 90% of those crossing the European Union's external borders illegally are assisted by smugglers. Since people smugglers have learned that illegal migration will be regulated by the Migration Pact in such a way that member states will be forced to take in illegal migrants, we can expect an even bigger migration wave. Such a situation could have been opposed by Polish people in a 2023 referendum. At that time, however, Donald Tusk called for its boycott. I solemnly before you annul this referendum. The referendum turned out to be non-binding, so now concrete actions are needed. And such will be announced by citizens' candidate for the president of Poland, Karol Nawrocki.
Jesteśmy I będziemy twierdzą bezpieczeństwa.
We are and will be a fortress of security. This must happen, and we must establish an office for combating illegal migration. Such an office will be established on my initiative when I become the president of Poland. As for the Migration Pact, I say clearly, it must be unilaterally terminated to prevent such scenes on the streets of Poland.